Having some ignition problems out of your Dodge Dakota? Let's talk about it. Hey there viewers, working on a 2005 Dodge Dakota with a 3.7, and we're having some ignition issues, having an intermittent failure. Symptoms can include, but are not limited to, sometimes you'll hit the key, no power, no nothing. Sometimes you can actually have a parasitic drain where it'll just run your battery down, drawing power when it shouldn't. There's a few other things that this can do. You ever had to replace an ignition switch on one of these? Tell me about it. Drop it down in the comments. Disconnect your negative battery cable before you start this. First thing we need to do is remove these T20 Torx bits. One over here and one right over there. Correction, on the 2005, you actually have to pull the side panel off to get this removed because there's actually a third screw down in this corner. With all 4 screws removed, now you can pull down on this panel and pop it out of the top clips. Parking brake release was broke off, but normally you would unclip this. Next, we're gonna have 2 T20s underneath here to get this cover loose. Note the silver one came out of that hole. Remember where they came from, you'll know where they go back. And the black one came out of that hole. And we also have one underneath where the tilt lever is. Next, we're gonna pull this little sleeve off the shifter, then we can lift up on our cover. So the tilt lever, pull it down. Now I can remove this cover. So we got the clock spring harness. Just push it on the tabs on the back and these will remove. We're gonna remove this mechanism and move this out of the way. There's a Torx bit there. There's another one back here. And these are T25s. Now that disconnected, this will just swing down and out of the way. We also have 2 T20s on the bottom of the ignition switch. Normally on the bottom of this ignition switch, you'd have a red locking tab, which you'd move over. You're gonna need to pull this little clip down to slide this mechanism out, maneuver this out of here. As you can see, I was able to work it down and around, and I can access this white clip on the back. When it's fully up, switch should pull right out. This is where we need to check our clocking. We notice on the old switch is clocked to this position and the new one is clocked slightly different. So we'll stick a screwdriver in there, get them both matched up, and then insert the new switch. If we don't have this position correctly, we'll never get it to slide in. Slide our new switch into place, mash down on the white clip until it locks in. And normally you'd flick over your locking tab at this point. When we position this back up where it needs to be, it's gonna require 2 hands because I need to lower this little tab to get it to line up and clip in place properly. Once we're fully engaged and it's clipped in, we can put our 2 T20s back in. Couldn't take. T25s back in the tilt. Even though the shop manual calls to remove the lock cylinder, I did not have to. Plug our clock spring back in, our airbag module back in, bottom cover back in place, reinstall our tilt lever, reinstall our top cover. T20 screws back in the bottom of the column. Remembering the silver one went in the middle, the black one went on this end, had an additional black one underneath the tilt lever. Now we're gonna replace our new knee bolster, which just clips in at the top. Normally at this point we'd reattach our parking brake, but this one's broken. So put our 2 screws in the side, 2 screws down at the bottom, replace our side plate, our sill, and we're done. After all that, we can reconnect our negative battery cable. Then test it out, make sure everything's good. Well, I hope this information helps. If you have any questions or concerns, drop them down below. As always, thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.